iHeart, get ready. Fantasy football is here. Welcome to the Full-Time Fantasy Show. FullTimeFantasy.com is home to the Fantasy Football World Championships and the best players in the world. Real money winners giving their secrets to help you win. Now exclusively on iHeart. This is the Full-Time Fantasy Show with your host, the one, the only, Dr. Roto.
It's Dr. Roto. Get out the insurance cards, get out the copay. The office is open, my friends. All right, it's time for the Baltimore Orioles podcast preview. Please don't take any Orioles. Thank you. That's the end of the preview. Bye. No, I can't do that. I can't do a 1-second podcast preview. But I can tell you that I wouldn't draft that many Orioles this year. Why? Because they're just simply not very good. At catcher, though, could you take a chance on Francisco? Maybe you could. Maybe if you were doing like crazy off-the-wall predictions, you would come up with Francisco not sucking and maybe hitting 250 and 10, 15 home runs. So could you take him as a second catcher in a league? You could. Okay? Let's talk about Trey Mancini. Solid hitter. Not spectacular. Good power. Had a career year last year. So here's what's strange about hitters like Mancini. Hit 293 in 2017, hit 242 in 2018, then hit 291 last year. So which one is he? Is he the 290 hitter? I think he's more 290 than he is 240. So I'll split the difference with a little bump up and call it 275. And I think the guy can hit 30 home runs. So, yes, I do like Trey Mancini. I know that he plays in the outfield, but he also plays some first base, but I do like him. I really do like Renato Nunez as well. I think this is a guy who has some power, who gets overlooked in drafts, going to play mostly first base, and a little DH. The guy's got power. So, look, he's not a really sexy play. You probably can get him in the mid to late teens of a draft, maybe early 20s. But I'm okay with him. I'm okay with Nunez and Mancini. They both have power. I like them. At second base, I mean, Hanser Alberto, I mean, look, can he hit 305 like he did last year? If he does, he's usable, right? It's hard to find guys who hit 300. Do I think he's going to do that every year? I don't. Do I see that in the minor leagues that he had that ability? No. But look, he flashed. So when a guy flashes like that, it just maybe something's more there than people didn't see when he was in the minors. I just wouldn't bet my house payment on it. All right, at shortstop, Jose Iglesias is there. I mean, he's just another guy. 270, 10 home runs, 5 stolen bases. I used to like Richie Martin a little bit. And I think Richie Martin, is probably the backup at second and shortstop. He's got he's got some stolen base ability, but I mean, I don't think I'm drafting Richie Martin unless I'm in an AL only league. And even then, I feel kind of dirty about it. Like I really didn't wake up and go, "Oh, Richie Martin." I mean, he's just a guy at the end of a draft. You need 10 stolen bases. You're desperate in an AL only league. Maybe you get him from Richie Martin. Rio Ruiz. I mean, seriously. Is this what we're looking at third base? This is terrible. We're just a guy who's undraftable in any format. All right, I do like the outfield a little bit. I mentioned Trey Mancini. I think he's a good player. I do like Austin Hayes as well. I think Austin Hayes has upside. He does. He has upside. Is he going to hit me 300? Probably not. Is he going to hit me 270 if I'm lucky? But I think there's 20-70 power there. Right? Maybe a couple of stolen bases thrown in, but I think that there's better than what we've seen. I like Anthony Santander as well. This is a guy who has a lot of power, another 250, 2070 kind of guy. So when you think of the Orioles, I think of 250, 2070, and 2 stolen bases. That's like half their team. Seriously, it's literally more than half their team. There's nothing sexy about this team at all, and I'd be shocked if they win 65 games. Michael Givens should be a better closer than he is. The problem is this. First of all, the pitching staff stinks. The team doesn't win that often, and they use him all over the place. They don't have one set closer. So when you go in the bullpen, do you like Hunter Harvey or Sean Armstrong or Miguel Castro? I don't like any of them. I don't hate Givens' arm, and I think Givens, if he was on the Yankees or if he was in the Red Sox, he'd be a fantastic eighth-inning pitcher. But for the Orioles, he's their best guy, but they need to use their best guy. As my friend Lenny Melnick would say, as the effector, you put him in the 7th inning, you put him in the 8th inning, you get him in when you need to, right? That's so. Could you draft Givens? Yes, he's draftable, but I certainly don't like him. The staff, the pitching staff. I don't even have words. John Ways and Means is their best pitcher. So look. Can he win 12 games? Can his ERA hover around 4? Will he get 150 strikeouts? Sure. But he's the number one pitcher going against Jared Cole, going up against Chris Sale. He's going up against Ryu. I mean, this is a problem. He's not going to win that many games. I don't hate Alex Cobb, but I hate Alex Cobb. I liked Alex Cobb, 7 years ago when he was a lot better. After that, man, there's just nobody I want. LeBlanc, Cole Stewart. I just don't want any of these guys. I will give you a couple of names, though, to watch. Ryan Mountcastle, I think he's got a little bit of ability. Okay, this kid can hit a little bit. So certainly if they bring him up early, this is a kind of guy I like. I certainly like him in a draft champions format. Yusniel Diaz as well, another outfielder. I think this guy is a legitimate hitter too. So there's some help with the Baltimore Orioles, and those are actually two of my favorite guys, and they're not even going to start the year with the team. But I do think that they come up at some point this year, and they will have an opportunity to play. All right, so it's very bare. Don't go crazy with Orioles. And look, I've said this before, and I'm going to say this again. Try to get players on good teams. You get players on bad teams. Are the Orioles going to put up 6 runs a night? No, they're going to put up 3. I mean, you're hoping that Santander hits a home run. Will I play him in DFS? Maybe on a rare once-a-week occasion if I think they have a good matchup against a bad starter. That's about it. All right, for more on the Orioles, I want you to go to fulltimefantasy.com, check out Sean Childs' amazing team outlooks, and you will get all the information you need to know. And of course, if you want to join Full Time Fantasy, enter the promo code ROTO50 for 50% off your first 2 months. All right, guys, this is Dr. Roto saying be well, take care.
Thanks for listening to Full Time Fantasy. There's never been a better time to join and go full time. Visit fulltimefantasy.com. Use the promo ROTO50 for 50% off your first 2 months. And don't forget, fantasy players, please thumbs up the podcast on the iHeart app. See you next time.